raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town, the hallowed halls and hounds.
Well, folks, you're very welcome to Destination Folk here, going out live from Carrickcruppen Social Club. And we're joined by the Carrickcruppen Junior Ballad Group here tonight, and they have just won the County Armagh score. Is that correct, girls? Is it?
Yes.
So congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
I believe this is your first year, is it?
Yes.
Wow, what an achievement. Holy God. So when did it all start? Who's the leader of the band?
Geraldine.
She teaches you, does she?
Yes.
And which obviously our first year of teaching you, it's paid off.
Definitely.
Definitely.
So what's your names? We'll start this side. What's your name?
Shannon.
Shannon.
Katie.
Katie.
Katrina.
Katrina.
Kira.
Ashin.
Yeah, four players. And so one of you plays the guitar. You play the guitar, is it?
Yeah.
How long are you playing the guitar?
A year.
Here.
Yeah.
Well, it must be good if he's won the Armagh score. And how often do you practice this in the score?
We were practicing about 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Wow. And he's fit homework in between that.
Yeah. No, we have to.
Wow, brilliant. Well, obviously he's enjoyed the singing, do you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So now that you've won the Armagh score, do you go on to the All-Ireland score, or what's next, or what happens next?
It's the
Ulster.
Ulster semi-final and then the Ulster final.
Wow. And when's the semi-final take place then?
It's already taken place. We got through to the Ulster semi-final and then we got through to the Ulster final.
Right. And then is there an All-Ireland then you just go on to? No.
There is, but unfortunately we didn't get through.
Right. What's you're good enough. You're first year. You're many years ahead.
Yeah.
So a wee word with the teacher this time. Congratulations. I'm sure you were very proud of the girls.
Very, very proud of them. They're a very young wee group.
Right.
The youngest is only 11. And
Wow.
that's Katrina. So in their first year to get to an Ulster final, it's just remarkable.
That's brilliant.
So they'll be back again next year.
There's no doubt about it. So, and we have one boy and four girls. Aren't you lucky? Yeah. So there you go. Well, we're going to get into the first song. What's the first song you're going to sing for us?
Bridget
Donahue.
Bridget O'Donoghue. We're going to get right into the first song then.
It was in the county Kerry, a little way from Clare, where the boys and girls were merry at a patron race affair. The town was called Killorglin, a pretty place to view, but what makes it interesting is my Bridget Donahue. Oh, Bridget Donahue, I really do love you. Although I'm in America, to you I will be true. I'm Bridget Donahue, I'll tell ya what we'll do. Just take the name of Patterson and I'll take Donahue. Her father is a farmer and a decent man is he. He is liked by all the people from Killorglin to Tralee. And Bridget, on a Sunday when coming home from Mass, she's admired by all the people, sure they wait to see her pass. Oh, Bridget Donahue, I really do love you. Although I'm in America, to you I will be true. I'm Bridget Donahue, I'll tell ya what we'll do. Just take the name of Patterson and I'll take Donahue. I sent her home a picture, I did upon my word. Not a picture of myself, but a picture of a bird. It was the American eagle and says I miss Donahue. These eagles' wings are large enough to shelter me and you. Oh, Bridget Donahue, I really do love you. Although I'm in America, to you I will be true. And Bridget Donahue, I'll tell ya what we'll do. Just take the name of Patterson and I'll take Donahue. I'll take you. Oh, Bridget Donahue, I really do love you. Although I'm in America, to you I will be true. And Bridget Donahue, I'll tell ya what we'll do. Just take the name of Patterson and I'll take Donahue. You'll take the name of Patterson,
She'll take the name of Patterson.
and I'll take Donahue.
Wow, that was Bridget O'Donoghue's song by the Carrickcruppen Ballet Group. That was amazing, girls. Absolutely fabulous. I never heard that song before, but it was class. I'll have to keep a look out for it on YouTube. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Yes.
But there's only been singing that song a year since you're only together, yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you enjoy that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You'll have to make a CD so we can all get the listen. And then we can buy it. That was fabulous. So I'm looking forward to the next song. So what's the next song we're going to do?
For the Eyes in Irishman.
I love that one. I heard that one before. So we're going to go over to the next song, folks. The Eyes of an Irishman, sung by Carrickcruppen Junior Ballad Group.
When I was a boy, round about 3, I remember my grandfather whispering to me. He said, learn to appreciate all that you see, for one day it will all mean so much to you. Then without realizing the words he did say, sure it started me seeing things in a different way. Like the color of the sun going down on the bay. It was a sight I'll never forget. And we'll all meet tonight, every child, every woman and man. For we know in our hearts that we'll always be part of our proud and wonderful land. Yes, we'll all meet tonight, and we'll sing just as loud as we can, of an island so green it can only be seen through the eyes of an Irishman. Oh, the days of my youth were spent searching the land, and I couldn't believe all the beauty I'd found, like the flowers and the trees rising out of the ground, full of color and so full of life. Well, at 24 years, that's when I started to roam, but it didn't take much to remind me of home, and to think of all the places and the people I've known that I may never see again. And we'll all meet tonight, every child, every woman and man. For we know in our hearts that we'll always be part of our proud and wonderful land. Yes, we'll all meet tonight, and we'll sing just as loud as we can, of an island so green it can only be seen through the eyes of an Irishman. Then I left Irish shores when I was 30 years old, and I sailed to my future of silver and gold. When the rush was over, I was out in the cold. It hurt my pockets, but never my pride. Now there's fire in my heart, and my memories in my heart. How I long for the moment, how I yearn for the song, how I'm missing the places that I love. The time may never say again, and we'll all meet tonight. Every child, every woman and man, for we know in our hearts that we'll always be part of our proud and wonderful land. Yes, we'll all meet tonight, and we'll sing just as loud as we can, of an island so green it can only be seen through the eyes of an Irishman. And we'll all meet tonight, every child, every woman and man, for we know in our hearts that we'll always be part of our proud and wonderful land. Yes, we'll all meet tonight, and we'll sing just as loud as we can, of an island so green it can only be seen through the eyes of an Irishman, of an island so green it can only be seen through the eyes of an Irish
Well, folks, you're very welcome back to Destination Folk. This time we have the Mullabon traditional group, and they have just won the Armagh County score. So congratulations, folks. I hope I got that right, did I?
Yeah.
Well, fair play to these. So we have a wide range of instrumentals here. We guitar, a whistle, the box, and the bodhrán and the fiddle. So good selection. So what about yourself? What's your name?
I'm Tomas.
Tomas. How long are you playing the guitar?
I don't know, a long time.
You don't look that old to be playing it that long, eh?
About 7 years, I'd say.
Are you? But you're enjoying that, are you?
Yeah, it's good cracks.
And how long are you used together as a score group?
Well, me and Eve, we've just been part of the group 3 years. Michal's been part of the group how many years?
9.
9 years, Michal.
Yeah.
And then Tomas and Fionn, they joined us just there for this year.
And he's bound together okay then? It doesn't take long to get the tunes together, does it?
Sure, we only live down the road from one another, so it's...
And where would you practice? Like, do you practice? You obviously have to have a couple of practice sessions.
Yeah, we always practiced in our house.
In your house? Yours is a party house.
Yeah.
Is this mum over here?
Yeah.
So mum, there's plenty of music in your house then, I take it?
There's a lot of music. Tea drunken.
Right, sure. You couldn't beat it. Would the neighbours come down for a session then, a party?
These are the neighbours.
Oh, no, you're all neighbours, so that's it, sure. You just join up there and a bit of crack. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
And you're playing, Eve, the whistle, is it?
Yeah.
And how long are you playing it?
About 7 years.
7 years as well. You must be brilliant at it. And somebody told me that you were recently on BBC.
Yeah, it's BBC.
How did that come about? Tell us all about it.
It was really good. We just went up for a tour and stuff off the BBC studios, and then we were on Radio Ulster.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, how did BBC get to hear of you?
We were in London on this music trip, and then we played on the Tube in London, and we were just playing for the crack, but then everyone started videoing it, and then they put it on Facebook and YouTube and all, and then I don't know, BBC found
It went viral then,
Yeah.
did it? Must have got thousands of hits, did it?
Yeah.
If the tubes were together every day in London, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And so BBC got you on and it already gone out broadcasted, did it?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's my idea story.
So within a couple of days you're on BBC and now you're going to be in Destination Uri.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Tell us about this box playing. Me Hull, is it?
Yeah.
So,
I've been playing it since I was P4, so that's 9 years ago.
Holy God.
Yeah.
And you're up now into the professional scene. What was that?
Cast
Italian
iron.
one? Oh, so
Yeah,
you can't get
cast
any. You
iron.
can't get any better than that.
No.
So
It was first of all bought from my granny, and then she just started teaching me a wee bit, and then I went on for lessons.
brilliant.
So that's how I started.
It's expensive instrument that.
Yeah.
Couple of grand wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
Oh well, but it's worth it. Once you can play music, you go anywhere. And who's this young lad on the board? That's your brother, Nave, is it?
Yeah.
So what's your name?
Jan.
And how long are you playing the goat skin? How long have you been playing the boron?
3 years.
A year?
3
3 years. Brilliant. You'll be able to bit it out later, boy. Huh?
Yep.
And do you have to tune it as well?
Yeah.
And so you know how to do all that, obviously. And who taught you?
Fergal and Lana.
Fergal O'Brien,
Yep.
the master of the boron in Mullabon. Is that what you call him?
Yeah.
Fair play to them. And move on to the fiddle player. What's your name?
Tomas.
Brilliant. And how long have you been playing the fiddle?
4 years.
Great stuff. Well, so we're going to have a wee song, folks. We're going to let you hear what it's all about here from the Mullabon Traditional Group. Folks, we're now joined in studio, or Carrickcruppen Club as we call it, by the Armagh score winner, County Armagh score winner, Maya Strain. Got that right, did it?
Yeah.
And her mum. I'm sure you're very proud of her mum, are you?
I was indeed, yeah. Very proud,
You know,
yeah.
to win is this your first time winning the Armagh score?
Yeah, I've never even got past Armagh County. So I
Wow.
so I didn't get past Ulster before.
So you're now the Armagh champion.
Yeah, so
And you actually went on to the final and you were just pipped in the final.
Yeah. Yeah,
What an
so-
achievement. Well, I'm sure
yeah.
you're delighted, were you?
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't expect it at all.
Right. And what song did you sing that you won the final in?
The Hills of South Armagh.
Oh, by Bridge Murphy?
Yeah, by Bridge Murphy.
Oh,
from
fabulous
Forkhill.
song.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And so how long have you been singing for yourself?
Probably started since I was about 7 or 8.
Right.
And been just doing lessons in school and stuff.
Right. Who done the lessons with you? Did you get your voice trained like your
Yeah, I
vocals?
used my teacher in school, Doreen Finnegan,
Brilliant.
helped me just every week, just going over the song and doing run-throughs at home and stuff. So
Right. And mum sings too, does she?
yeah, she was singing it as well.
So that's where you got it from. That's where she got it from,
She
mum.
got everything from me, nothing to do with her father at all. No,
Hey.
we would have sang ourselves from score for years, or
Right.
in our own club at home in Glen.
And is there anybody else in the family sings? Have you any sisters or brothers? Or
Yeah, they're all good
Yeah,
they're all
singers, but
family.
they're don't all like to perform. Maya doesn't mind getting up and singing.
right, so you have the confidence to get up and give her loads,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So what happens from here now? Do you practice for the next season?
Yeah, well, I'm senior now, so
Oh, you move into
yeah,
seniors.
move into senior, so maybe give it a go next year and see.
And does the competition level get any higher when you move
Yeah,
into senior?
definitely in
Does?
senior. Yeah, it'll be the same as junior. Really, there'll be about 8 or 7 acts against you in the first round.
Right,
So it's Armagh or Ulster is the toughest to really get through. So
right.
yeah, and Armagh the singers are always brilliant. So
The Armagh.
yeah,
Great county.
Big Armagh.
Great county. If they would win a few more Sam Maguires, we'd be doing all right.
yeah.
Early
What
days,
a- and I hear you actually got to sing the national anthem at the Throne Armagh match.
Yeah, I got asked to sing in it,
Wow.
so that was great.
And was it nerve-wracking?
Yeah, it
No?
was very nerve-wracking because there was supposed to be only 2,000 people there and about 5,000-6,000 or
Wow,
something
you had to
turned
sing in
up, so
front
it
of
was very
wow.
scary. Yeah,
But I'm sure you felt great after that.
yeah, it was brilliant.
And
Yeah,
obviously
it was
you
a
had
great
to
achievement,
sing it in Irish.
yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah,
Brilliant.
definitely.
And what happens if the vocal cords go a bit hoarse or anything? Do you take any special remedies or anything?
Yeah, just go to the chemist, go to Seamus, and
A few lozenges.
yeah,
honey. We always get
yeah, honey and lemon.
Lots
And,
of honey. And
you're related to the famous Sands family
Yeah.
in Strever. So you might get a wee bit of music from that, do you?
I think she probably, there's probably something runs through the blood there.
Definitely
All
something
love
there, yeah.
music. But my mother's father was Malone from Whitecross, and he would have taught music in an Irish
Right.
band for years as well. So both sides there's music.
Well, then we're related.
We're related. I think
My
we are.
grandfather. My granny was Malone from Whitecross.
There you are. My grand was Malone from Whitecross.
So
You're
there you
into
go.
music as well. So
I'm into music, so we're all must have down through the Malones because I think one of the Malones was a fiddle player.
yeah, they're all very good fiddle players. And
So, and,
bagpipes was my grandfather's instrument.
Right. Well, my grandfather now that married Malone, my grandfather played the drums in the pipe band
All right. Okay.
many years ago.
Yeah.
So we're all
Probably cousins.
coming from the one breed then. Huh?
Good connection.
Well, brilliant. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get you in to sing the Hills of South Armagh, and best of luck in the seniors from now on.
Thank you. Thanks.
Here we go.
Thank you very much.
The crowded streets of Brooklyn seem a long way from my home. People rushing onwards, going to and coming from. You bid them time of day, and they look the other way. And so you end up just like them and talk to no one. Where the grass is fresh and green, where the air is pure and clean, where the gentle rivers kiss the mountain streams. Although I've traveled far, it's the hills of South Armagh, are the hills I'm roaming nightly in my dreams. The view from my apartment, he's a junkie's alleyway. My children speak in accents not like mine. My old man's working 2 jobs. We don't see him much these days. But we'd be happy if we only had the time. Where the grass is fresh and green, where the air is pure and clean, where the gentle rivers kiss the mountain streams. Although I've traveled far, it's the hills of South Armagh, are the hills I'm roaming nightly in my dreams. I hear the hills are occupied by strangers now, and the work keeps getting scarcer every day. Oh, it's a hard life when you're forced from home to leave the ones you love. Oh, it's a hard life when you're forced to live this way. Where the grass is fresh and green, where the air is pure and clean, where the gentle rivers kiss the mountain streams. Although I've traveled far, it's the hills of South Armagh, are the hills I'm roaming nightly in my dreams.
Well, folks, you're very welcome back to Destination Folk, and we're live here in Carrickcruppen. And we have the Cullyhanna Drama Group from just back from the score. Yous are Armagh champions, folks, and yous are Ulster champions, and runners-up in the All-Ireland score. What an achievement for the drama group. And what is the title of the drama that is there a title for it? Is it just about the famine, is it?
On a single day.
On a single day. And it's going to tell the story of the famine. So how long have you been together entering the score?
There's been a few groups, like people had moved on in the senior and certain people have come in, like Mary and Colin have been there from the very, very start though.
Yeah. Right.
So.
And me and Oren have only been here 3 years.
I've been here 4 and
snuck in and got us
I've been here 9.
9 years. Well, you must have been young when you started off, were you?
Yeah, very young.
So, and who's responsible for the script writing then?
Margaret Donnelly.
Margaret Donnelly. Fair play to you, Margaret. There's a lot of tough work to keep these crowd under wraps, as they say it. So, and does any of you play music as well as the drama? I see you have a flute there. You do a bit of flute playing, do you?
I play flute, yeah.
Do you play trad music, or is it just...
No, I learned classical.
Classical music,
yeah. Brilliant.
So you have to read the notes and all, do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And what about, when you're into the drama, is that something you just want to pursue as you get older, or is this just all for the bit of crack?
Oh, mine's for a bit of crack.
Mine,
You're
like,
also do it.
I want to do drama.
it's a bit of crack, but it's also like it's very serious. Like, but I wouldn't pursue it. Like,
You wouldn't. What about yourself?
Yeah, that's all I want to do.
I must get their names here first. What's
Dermot
Dermot who?
Bracknell.
Colin Donnelly.
Colin Donnelly.
Mary Donnelly.
Mary Donnelly.
Warren Murray.
Who?
Dermot Savage.
Dermot Savage. What's your name again, sir?
Warren Murray.
Warren Murray. Fair play. So at least we know who you are now. So we're going to get into the drama here, and we'll have a wee watch of the single day.
On a single day, on a single day, on a single day, the 14th of September 1847, due to the effects of the Irish famine, the vast majority of the Irish people were in a state of great starvation, many hourly expecting death to relieve their suffering.
I worked a potato field as did my father before me, digging, manure, carefully cutting seed and planting, back-breaking labour. It was early September 1845. I can remember it like it was just yesterday. It was bright, about 8 o'clock, when I noticed that smell. The smell seemed to be rising from the ground. It was a smell of decay, like a dead, unburied animal. The stench. It was coming from the field. My field. Oh, I dropped my knees and started to dig with my bare hands, feeling all the time for the potatoes. Only to be met with a wet, sticky, rotten mess. I felt my stomach go cold. For what were we to do? I had a wife and 3 children. The oats! I could sell the oats. Ach, no! I need the oats to pay for the rent. No oats. No home. Nothing left to sell. For per person, it only takes 3 weeks to starve. A year kitty lingle lamb.
Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole true valiant's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. My name is Mary Lynch, and I'm so weary, and I don't know what to do. I married Michael on the 5th of November, 1840. He was a big, strong, handsome man, and I had myself a great catch. Then God blessed us with our 3 beautiful children, Maura, Patrick, and wee Noreen. They were delighted their daddy's eyes. We were poor, but we were happy. And every day I thanked God for my blessings. Then the potatoes failed. Again and again. We sold everything we owned until there was nothing left to sell. Michael worked every hour God sent. He was such a kind man, give you the bite out of his mouth. And this he often did, just so that me and the children wouldn't starve.
It's hard to watch your family starve when just 2 miles up the road, there in the big house, there's a barn and it's full of grain. We had gone 2 days with just the pickings of the berries from the hedgerows. Then our wee Noreen, she got sick.
Michael couldn't bear it any longer. And that night, he went up to the big house to try and get some food. The magistrate called him a thief and sentenced him to be deported to Botany Bay. Michael's only crime was poverty. So when the bailiffs came, I didn't care anymore because I had lost the love of my life. And now we know she lost the fight for hers. My wee child! God have mercy on our wee soul. We've just walked 20 miles to be told that the workhouses are full and the people are being turned away to parish. What is to become of us now? I have no husband, no home, no food, and no hope.
The Irish people were shown no charity, and with all hope lost, their fate now lies with the emigrant boats.
I started the school year with 24 pupils. This week, there are no more than 14 left. I sat at my desk at the school for a long time after the children had left. It was with tears in my eyes that I told them they had to stay home for a while. Though I knew myself it was a final goodbye. It was a simple task to pack my few belongings, for I own very little. Father Flynn, God bless him, he stayed with my mother and my father as I waved him goodbye. God willing, I'll be able to earn enough to carry them through these hard times. I now join the queues of people forced to leave their native home due to the greed of the rich and the powerful. I can only hope that someday the Irish people will be able to live in a free and a just society where everyone will have enough to eat, regardless of their background or their status.
On that same day, the 14th of September, 1847, a list of exports from Cork Harbour ran as follows.
147 barrels of pork, 986 casks of ham, 528 boxes of eggs, 1,397 firkins of butter, 477 sacks of oats, 720 sacks of flour, 187 head of cattle, 296 head of sheep, and 4,338 barrels of miscellaneous provisions.
On a single day, the ships sailed out from Cork Harbour with their bellies in the water. On a single day, the Lady Mayoress held a ball in the Mansion House in Dublin in the presence of the Lord Lieutenant of Ireland. Dancing continued until the early hours, and refreshments of the most varied and sumptuous nature were supplied with inexhaustible profusion. On a single day, this all happened on one single day.
On a single day, on a single day,
On a single day.
That was a brilliant performance by the Cullyhanna drama group. Absolutely fantastic, you know, and it really brought it back to, you know, what the famine was all about. And it seems so real, you know, the emotions, the passionate emotions from all of us was fantastic. Brilliant. And, you know, really anybody that's watching that really feel, you know, and it's a wonder how he's got so much into a short script about the history of the famine. It's brilliant.
Good script writers.
It's down to you, Bridge. Fair play to you. You know, Bridge, what do you say? So fair play to you. My names are all about it. So it must be the Cullyhanna accent, is it? It's South Armagh brogue. So it is. But a fantastic script. And it really, that's why it won the Armagh and won the Ulster. And hard to believe that you just pipped at the post at the All-Ireland. But I'm sure it gives you great confidence, you know, to go on again.
Well, we couldn't have done it out with these 3 ladies here.
Well, that's it. The back
They're also
room.
buying us chips on the way. That might have something to do with it.
Right, the backroom team, is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And who actually directs what goes on? You do the whole lot? Yeah.
All three.
The whole lot is
Three-headed
Italian.
ones, they're all perfectionists. Like
So how long? Oh.
They decide amongst themselves which one's which.
How long? From start to scratch, how long does it take to get the likes of that off? Long?
Year.
1 year.
That's going for script writing to get us to final.
God.
Because it's completely different, like it's so much more polished at the very end. And
We changed so much stuff throughout it. It starts off completely different than it was now.
Like you watch your performance at the beginning, you see how awful you were back then, and now you really made it. You got better.
And see, now that you have won that, do you be asked to perform that at different clubs or anything? Or?
Well, if like someone was doing a fundraiser, like a score, and then maybe
you usually go down to do it.
Yeah.
We're here today as well.
Well, that's it. He's here. He's about famous all over the world. But even come back to the emotions and all that you showed in the famine, and even the part of the story that was saying like there was no call for the famine because everybody else was feasting, the rich were feasting and having balls, and you know what I mean. So the thing about it is, people died in vain, you know. So you've really got that message across, you know. So fair play to you.
Thank you.
But thank you very much for performing for us tonight, and wish us all the best in future scores. Well, we're joined now by Fergal O'Brien from Mullaban. He's the cultural officer for the school from Mullaban, and he's here to tell us about the fantastic acts we had here this evening and a bit about the score.
Thanks very much, Stephen.
Brilliant acts, Fergal. Fantastic.
I mean, you saw tonight now that the acts that you got. There was actually 4 out of 5 acts that you got tonight there from South Armagh. The 5th one that was missing tonight, just because we were in hospital, was from White Cross, a group of Killie dancers who were very successful now. Because it's a shame that they couldn't have made it tonight now, because the White Cross Killie dancers, they actually for the last 2 years, they actually got as far as the All-Ireland final.
Oh, brilliant.
So there's a great tradition of Killie dancing in the White Cross area.
Right.
But the acts that you did see tonight were 4 of the 5 acts, all from South Armagh, who this year got the honour of winning the Armagh Championship. And as you can see, 2 of the acts also won Armagh and Ulster. That was Maya Strain and the Cullyhanna Leru, they call them. I know we were referring to them as drama. In days gone by, they used to actually call them the novelty act. And that category is now changed to Leru, which is Gaelic for representation. And it's becoming more serious, as you can see from tonight. There's a lot of slapstick in the past. Some people would say it's a shame that we've missed that because they enjoyed the comedy. But the other side of it is that you saw very, very serious stuff. And you picked up yourself, Damien, tonight. I mean, on how serious that theme, and as you rightly said, the emotions that came through from that group tonight. You could see that you could see the human side of the famine like you never saw it before. And I think that group was. They actually did win the All-Ireland, but they were beaten on a technicality by running over by 20 seconds.
Oh, you're joking.
So it was agonisingly close for that group. And I know that the group from, Maya Strain, she also was runners-up. There was one of the group, one of the judges gave her a first from Leinster.
Right.
So you can see that what you saw tonight were amongst the best acts in Ireland.
Yeah, brilliant.
So they might have been local, but I mean, I do think the quality
From South Armagh,
beautiful,
like,
beautiful
brilliant,
act too.
yeah.
That the beautiful ballad group from Carrickcruppen here. They were stunning all the way through the different rounds. And you know, this year the people were really, you know, from all the clubs were awestruck with just the standard that was coming out with every one of those acts that you saw tonight.
And what I pick up there as regards to culture in South Armagh, like I live in Newry in the town centre. We have missed out on all that growing up. We don't have that. And I look at yourselves and all the different clubs and think, wow, I would have loved to have grew up in South Armagh or some country area. You had a club, you had all your traditional music, you have your dramas, the whole lot. Different world in the town. In the town, everybody's too close to shops and running shopping and this and that. You know, so
just as well, Philip actually comes from the Carrickcruppen club here. He's a cultural officer.
Right.
And he's been very supportive to all of us in South Armagh, you know, in score, because he's had so many years' experience. It's been very helpful to us whenever maybe we've run into difficulties with rules and different sort of stuff. So, Philip, if you want to say a wee bit.
Yeah, very strong score tradition here in Carrickcruppen Club. Stretching way back to score's inception, back in the late 60s, early 70s, the club was there at the beginning when score started off, and we've participated every single year since and have been very successful over the years in various competitions. I think we've won 5 All-Irelands in 5 of the different 8 sections at different times, so a total of about approximately maybe 14 or 15 All-Ireland titles between Score and Nogan, Score, Shinshire. And you know, various people over the years have helped bring that to the club, different families, the Evans family and the Lynch family and other ones in later years, you know, that have come on board. But yeah, it has always been very strong in our club.
Yeah, I remember seeing it before, the Barry girls.
That's right,
Multibally winning these dance competitions was all through Carrickcruppen and stuff like that.
That's right, yeah. I danced with the Barrys myself for a number of years when I was set dancing in Score. And there's great perks to, I suppose, been in Score, that team that we danced in. We had the privilege of dancing in Croke Park today. Armagh won the All-Ireland in Central.
Brilliant,
Pitch.
wow.
Yeah, so that all stemmed from the back of Score.
Class,
you know, so
brilliant.
That was one of the great highlights of my years in competing in Score myself.
Aye. No, I'd admire you, as I said, from somebody from looking out that has never been involved in Scores, or because we've never had the opportunity in the town. And I'd admire the work that's done and the talent is you're producing. You know, it's fantastic.
You know, within Armagh, it's quite strong, and it's like everything else. It has its picks and its dips, and at the moment there's a slight sort of a dip on, but I'm very confident that'll pull back up again. You know, it's up to clubs really to make sure that they put the effort in and participate, and you know, it makes for better competition and better performances. The more clubs that do participate, you know, it really makes the competition.
Aye, that's it. Well, folks, thank you very much for your time. We had a wonderful show tonight, and I hope we'll have to do it again sometime.
Thank you.
Right,
brilliant. So, from Destination Folk, I'd like to wish you a good evening. Thank you very much.
Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town, the hallowed